Hey everybody, this is Mike Lapon from Symphony X and Mike Lapon's Silent Assassins, and you're watching Rock and Metal News.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Rock and Metal News album review of the new Visigoth. The album is called Conqueror's Oath and it will be out through Metal Blade Records on February 9th, 2018. Visigoth are set to release an album that is very melodic, heavy, full of metal anthems. The vocals are just outstanding and just really great musicianship all through the whole band. In 2015, the band released their debut album called The Revenant King, earning an underground following worldwide. Now with their new 2018 album, Conqueror's Oath, Visigoth are sure to gain many more followers, and one of them is me now, that's for sure. Just an amazing album. The band recorded in their hometown of Salt Lake City with engineer Andy Patterson and mastered by Dave Otero of Flatline Audio. They will be touring in Europe in February and March 2018 following the record's release, including appearances at the Metal Assault and Hell Over Hamburg festivals. Let's get into this album, and it is great, man. If you are fans of old school Iron Maiden, old school Judas Priest, there's some stuff in there that reminds me of some old school Saxon musically. Halloween and the band called Tyr from Europe. It's got sort of elements of all these bands among much more. Thank you to Metal Blade for introducing me to this, because right now this is kind of one of the albums that I'm going to keep my eye on throughout this year because it is that good. The first song is called Steel and Silver. The production, first of all, the production is great. It's got a little bit of rawness to it. It's not overproduced. You can really hear the instruments from their core, like the drums. They sound acoustic. The guitars, you can just really hear the amps and the sound of the guitars. They're not all overproduced and all a bunch of effects and things like that. That's what I really like about this. It's just got some old, some of the old sounds, almost like Maiden Killers sound or some of the older Judas Priest, and I love that kind of sound. And this song reminds me of this song reminds me of like old school Maiden, something back maybe from the Peace of Mind days. It's very anthemic as well, kind of like Tyr, and the vocals are just amazing. I love the vocal range. The vocals are clean style. The song is catchy, and they have a real nice blend of North American music kind of mixed with a European sound. That's what I kind of get from this. So if you're into the bands like Maiden, Priest, Halloween, some Tyr, stuff like that, you'll really love this. The next song is called Warrior Queen. This track has an old school feel, kind of almost reminds me of a bit of old school Saxon musically. Some of the guitar work meets Judas Priest. And love the guitar harmonies on this. The guitar harmonies in this album, they kind of remind me of something to do with like Iron Maiden or Halloween, when the guitar players are harmonizing together through some of their stuff, and it kind of has some of those feels in there. Vocals really stand out, and some cool mystical lyrics in Warrior Queen. And another track, Outlive Them All. This one here is a fast-paced double time track. The bass is really thumping in this one. Some great double kicking between the lyrics, which I like. They sing the lyrics and there's some double kick break, and nice vocal harmonies in this one. This here, the guitar riffing is, again, it almost reminds me of some of the riffs off of like old school Maiden from their first album, or something from like Killers. And number 4, Hammer Forged. This song here is it's got some clean guitar with some just great vocal highlights to start the song off. It has almost like a gallop type feel in this track. Some really good vocal harmonies. This to me has almost like more of a European type feel. Lyrics are about war, sort of back in the old land. And one more track I'd like to talk about on this album is called Traitor Gate. This just reminds me of something almost like Iron Maiden, the Klansman. Remember that from, I think that was off of Virtual X, Maiden. album, but it has like a really great guitar intro. The vocals are just 10 out of 10. Like I will be listening to this album just a lot, just to hear these vocals. The guy's vocals range is just really great, and the guitars, they just fire up after they have this kind of slower intro, and they have some nice double kicking, and just a really cool song arrangement in that. So I really recommend Visigoth if that is your genre of music. If not, try them out and take a listen. I think you'll really like this album. And yeah, you can check out their links in the description of the video. But I definitely have 2 horns up for the new Visigoth. It's called Conqueror's Oath, and it's going to be out through Metal Blade on February the 9th. So give this one a good listen to. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News. Thanks for tuning in.